Hello, welcome back to another round of vlogging. We are going to be discussing about issues concerning our homeland, and I am so Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Remember that you need to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I welcome all of you, especially the new subscribers to the wonderful family. The returning subscribers, you're all welcome. Remember that your comments are very valid in this. We recognize your comments, both negative and positive, but we are all encourage all of us to bring comments that will deepen development objective in our homeland. And as you saw from the beginning, that was a project by the Federal House representative for Idemili North and Idemili South, Mr. Uchenna Harris Okonkwo. That's the solar street light installed at Oduma Obosi at Idemili North local government of Anambra State, Nigeria. And why we show you that is to help us in the discussion we are going to be discussing, which is based on lightening up the whole neighborhood, not just the streets, but the houses also. That for us to attain development in Anambra State, we must have a policy that mandates every street to be lightened up and every house to be lighting up in the night with solar panels, solar lights, which very, very important. And the formula we should use, which is very, very simple, is that houses are in four corners, has a four corner, in rectangular or square. Even a house that is circular in nature will still have like four areas to place solar lights. So meaning that each house must be ordered to put at least four solar lights around their building. So that will enable everywhere to be light up. You can see from the video you watched earlier that the man installed the light on the street, but most of the houses there are dark, which is not good for a city. A city that is a living city, you see the light from the houses. Yeah, I know the reason why we are not having that, because of incompetent administration of electricity in our homeland, and especially by a monopoly company. So, but we can also solve this problem by starting like a pilot program which will expand to the whole state. It can be done by governments in partnership with the estate developers, landlords, tenants, market men and women. It can also be done independently by layout landlords and tenants. By each estate, they mandate that each house must have at least four solar panel, and they will specify the type that has to be used, because if you don't, some people will just put a little bulb like which will not brighten the house. So there are a lot of gain for this. This will discourage the hoodlums, will also discourage those non-entities and riffraffs and criminals from operating, and also bring confidence to the people in the night that everywhere is light up, the street, the houses, house corners are light up. It will help in crime detection and prevention. It will also help to improve the economic activity in the night, because the homeland is basically losing a lot of money, especially on the night economy. A night economy can actually contribute to a chunk of our revenue, the revenue of the government of Anambra State and Nigeria. That's why we are discussing about these things, and that's why we want to bring this to the knowledge of everyone, that the governor of Anambra State, keep on saying that the government, the people are not actually paying more tax, and that the money the state got is not even enough to do most of the projects, that the money is in the hands of the people. And there is no other way you can encourage the people to do this by doing such a thing, by having a dialogue and also imposing it on the landlords and tenants and estate developers. This is what the government wants in order to all of us to participate in developing our homeland. Very, very vital, because it can work. I've seen some people do that in their house, that their house are littered up, but the problem is that because it's not done as a group, it has not make much impact, because one house might put on the solar light on these houses and everywhere is shining, but the next neighbor, because there's no law or there's no agreement for every house to do the same, will be in dark, which make it not really uniformed stuff. So the government can also make laws on that. It can be called house lightening and the street lightening joined together. So as you put on the street solar light, street lights, you also put solar lightening of the house, that your house should not in any way in the night be dark. So it should be lightened up. So that should be a policy, because this can also discourage a lot of negativity that are being spread by some people, because the hoodlums and all those criminals, they like to be in the dark. But if you lighten on everything, the light overcomes the darkness, and that darkness has no power over the light. So Chukwuma Soludo, I do believe that some people watch this and they also send it to him. He should look at this. All these local government chairmen that are being brought in, mayors, they can also copy these things and they can make local laws on this. Once they speak to the house owner, there is nobody that owns a house that cannot afford solar light, 4 solar lights mounted on his building. I don't think nobody will say he cannot afford it. So now the street one, they are doing it in joint venture. They can do it in partnership with the tenants and landlords. So the government can do the major roles also, or the government might decide to help out, or the local councils. But anything worth doing is worth doing very well. So if we want to change our homeland, it's very, very important, because when you go to most of these countries that are not as rich as our state or cities, you can understand that they make emphasis on environment, cleanliness, and lightening up their cities, lightening up their towns. Some of those places I've seen are not even cities. They are just villages like we have in Anambra State. But they have a guideline how you should light up or get the environment to look better. So they have this, and they made these things, it become like a norm. It become like a culture or custom for them. So it's not difficult for anybody to do that. That's what we're here to discuss today. I don't know what you think about this. What do you think about what we are discussing? Do you think it's very, very good to lighten up the houses, not just the street, but also to lighten up the houses with solar light? Because those solars will last for a longer time. It's not been stopped by anything like the EDC or all those power companies not having light or something. Nothing can restrain it, because once it's night, you see the light shining, the whole place shining. That even if you're on the plane passing by that town or village or cities, you really marvel as the city or a village of light. Everywhere is shining. So that's what, making our homeland beautiful. And number one, that's part of the things we can use to change the narrative. And this is what we are advocates, and we are chief advocates of this. Because as Soludo, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, Charles Chukwuma Soludo said, that our homeland must be livable and it must be a prosperous homeland, and it must be a destination, not a departure point. And these things, those little things matters. These little things change things. If you can see that the House of Representative member for Dembele North and South did, Duma Ubosi, you can see the change there. But although he would have emphasized of placing, even if it's one solar light on each of the building, or two would have done. But I would prefer whereby the whole surrounding of the house is littered by light. Thank you very much for spending your time to listen to us once again. I do believe that you will continue to support us, and I do appreciate the support you have given us so far, and I promise to continuously push forward on this agenda, which we cannot relent. We are not paid for it, but your support is just to watch our videos and always like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am still Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Have a wonderful time wherever you are, and God bless you. Bye.